We were talking as we were coming down the hill. I was talking to one of the students. He was saying how he plants, he could grow anything. He could plant stuff. You know what I mean? And then that, again, it's the things that I hear you guys talking about gets my head going. You know what I mean? It's like, right. My wife plants a lot of stuff too. She goes to the Home Depot and buys the seeds. You know what I mean? She does. And you know how you get there and you see all these different kinds of seeds? I don't know that it really does it matter with the name brand of the seeds you get if you're looking for roses. You know what I'm saying? What's important is that you get the seeds you're looking for. You know what I mean? I do agree there are going to be people that are going to bitch. They're going to say, no, you need to buy this name brand of seed to get a specific rose. Without doubt, there's that kind of asshole. But when you drive by and you look at roses, when someone's, you know, looking at roses, they don't know what name brand of seed you bought. They just look at a bush full of pretty roses. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not really what's written on the package. You see what I mean? It's, are you planting the correct seed to get what you're wanting, right? What's the most important thing there? Is what's most important the seed itself or what comes from the seed? So I want you guys to think what's written like on its little package kind of thing is like maybe it's a lineage or a book or maybe a name of a school or whatever, you know, that kind of stuff. Again, I think that it's a little irrelevant as long as you're getting something, you're getting what you want, you're getting what you're looking for. That's what's the most important. Because what's important isn't aligning yourself with an idea. What's important is that you are aligning yourself with what you want. You listen to your heart, you come up with what you think you would feel good about, and then you follow that feeling. That's important. You know, and I think sometimes people lose track of that. We're so damn connected to the media. Like the media tells us to buy this, so we do. The media says this is what's appropriate, so we do it. We already know the answers to most of our damn questions. We just don't ask ourselves what that question is because we don't want to hear what the answer truly is from ourselves. So once you've figured out what it is that you want in the martial arts, we're talking about martial arts. Of course, this lesson can go to anything in life, right? You can transcend this anywhere. But once you figure out what it is you're looking for, what do you want with martial arts? How do you want to grow as a person? What are you using the martial arts for, etc., etc. You find it what you're looking for. That's what is going to be planted. That's what's going to be planted here. That's what's going to be planted here. And just like you plant the seed, what do? You have to feed it. You have to water it. You have to nurture it. You constantly, or the seed will die. Martial arts is a perishable skill. If you quit training, you're going to lose your skills. I can't tell you how many times we've seen people come into the dojo. Anybody that's here at the Hambu knows this, you know. And anyone who's not in the Hambu dojo in here that has your own dojo or whatever, I guarantee you've seen this too. They come in, oh, I'm a black belt in this, I'm a black belt in that. In the military, I did hand-to-hand combat in this, and but I haven't done it in a while. And they suck. And I can't keep up. They can't push themselves off the floor. They're completely pissed at themselves. Like, now they've detached themselves from me, they've detached themselves from the dojo, they detached themselves from the martial arts that they thought they wanted. Now they're just thoroughly pissed at themselves because they let themselves go. And the reason that happened is because they stopped asking themselves the real questions. What do you want? What are you going to do and how are you going to do it? I guarantee the same person that was a black belt 10 years ago that quit training in whatever art is irrelevant, that person never thought they'd be so out of shape they couldn't do a push-up. That person never thought they're gonna come over to, you know, Anshu Jacobson's house and do 5 minutes of Kihon and then asks, oh, Miss Jacobson, can I go outside because I have to vomit? You know, and I don't think that those individuals actually think that because they disconnect themselves from what they truly want. And sometimes people feel like, well, once I've done it, I have it. Once you've done something, you don't have anything, you've done it. Everything we have to constantly nurture and feed it to keep it. You know, like I have two lovely dogs. I love my dogs. I have my dogs. If I don't feed and water my dogs, I will not have my dogs. Right? If I don't take care of my kids, I'm not going to have kids. And those of you who are married will understand this, or going to be married, have fiancés or whatnot. You don't take care of your spouse or your soon-to-be spouse, you will not have them either, right? There is a constant need, you have to keep going, you have to keep doing. We don't have anything. Not if it has worth, not if it has weight, right? My dogs mean something in my life. You know, I love my dogs. That means I have to constantly work to keep it. My wife and kids mean something to me, so I have to constantly work to keep it. Martial arts means something to me, so I have to constantly work to keep it. So if there's something that means something to you, whether it's martial arts, whether it's love and relationships and companionships, or religion, or whatever it is, health and fitness, some of you guys are a little low on health, you have to constantly keep doing it. Keep feeding that seed to keep it, or it will go. But if you keep doing that, you build a solid foundation, right? That's where you see the trunk. You have a solid foundation that will grow from that seed. Now, is there a benefit from that solid foundation? Maybe a little bit. There's definitely stability there. When you have a solid foundation, what you get from that is stability. Stability can be chopped down. Stability can be burned down. You know, I don't know how many times I've seen people in relationships where they fall in love and they nurture it and they love each other and they build a good strong root. Something happens and the trees fell over because they didn't keep going. Something happened, right? And that can go, again, that goes everywhere in life. Jobs, relationship, everything. So just because you have a strong root, strong here, that doesn't mean it's it. It just means you have a strong foundation, but that can be gone. So you keep feeding it, and then it starts to grow, and then you start getting branches. And that branches comes with experience. When you study martial arts, you study true Budo, you're going to learn the kata. The kata is the most important thing. The scroll doesn't do any good. If I gave you a seed, here's a seed, and you're holding the seed. You hold a scroll, you hold the seed. What good is it doing you holding it? Nothing. If you don't know what it is, and you don't know how to plant it, you don't know how to use it, you don't know how to nurture it, it does you no good. So what gives you something benefit is once you've understood what you've planted, you've grown from it, you've taken care of it, and you nurtured it, you have a strong foundation of what you understood. Then you get experience, and experience goes like this. With experience, you learn how to do things many different ways, right? At this time in my life, I have a 5-month-old baby. And just the different ways she likes to be held during the different days, the different times of day. The way to make a bottle, you know, sometimes she likes the bottle a little bit warm. Sometimes she doesn't want a warm bottle. Being able to adapt, understand the relationship, the connection to my child, and then is experience, and that's where this foundation goes like that. But again, is there a benefit there? For me, benefit for her. It's not, you know what I'm saying? What do I get from it? The stuff off of that, the byproduct. The leaves start to grow. You see something beautiful at that point, and then the leaves grow and the fruit grows. That's where you get all the hinka. That is what you benefit from. In the martial arts community, and I don't give a shit whether it's Japanese martial arts, Chinese martial arts, Korean martial arts, modern combative tactics, people put a different sticker on it. That's all they do. The people who say modern combative tactics, they just want to wear army fatigues. They're still using a knife. It just looks a little different. They're still punching and kicking. It just looks a little different. You know what I mean? They just want to dress up like G.I. Joe. Which is fine, because we're all dressed up like a goddamn ninja, right? So, I mean, you know, we're not that different. But it's the connection. What package did you buy? Does the package matter? Whether you dress like a ninja or dress like a G.I. Joe. It doesn't matter. It's what you get from it. And once you get it, you plant it, you get a strong foundation, you nurture it, it grows branches, you get experience, you see hinka, and then you start to develop this thing called skills. And once you get skill, that's when the leaves go. That's when the fruit comes in, and that's your benefit. When you have something that will actually help you in life, that will save your life, that will preserve your life, that will make you a better person, that will help you provide for your family, provide for the ones you love, that's the benefit. The package ain't the benefit. However, there are people in the martial arts community, like I said, all these different types, all they focus on the seed. They don't nurture it. They just hold on to that seed. I have this seed. Or you have people that do really forms of martial arts that only stick to kata. I mean, I'm sure we've seen that. You go to a martial arts school, And belt 1, 2 kata, belt 3, 3 kata, belt 4, 4 kata, which is good. They have a seed and they've grown a trunk. There's no branches. There's no benefit, because if you get in a fight, you're gonna get your ass whooped. No fight is fixed. No fight is fixed, so you can't benefit from this. Do you understand what I mean? So those martial arts stick here. And then the point is growth. Do you see what I mean? With growth is change. If you're training in a martial art that goes back whatever year they say it is. And again, it's whatever year they say, because 90% of the martial arts are all based on old stories, and we hear those stories and it motivates us to become better people. That's what it comes down to. What do you connect to make you a better person? And is what you're doing fit the time that you are training in? And does it give you what you want? Like here, you guys come to Budo Ryu Ninjutsu, you guys come to Budo Ryu Kaya. I want to study authentic ninjutsu. I want samurai bujutsu. Do you get that? Yes. We study from all the major texts. Bansen Shikai, blah, blah, blah. You get that. Do you get something that benefits you and your family? Yes. But again, it's a matter of opinion. It's a matter of purpose, and it's a matter of what you want. Because again, what you want isn't necessarily what someone else wants. So when someone else sees your guys' training, they could be like, oh, it's crap, because you obviously didn't want to plant a rose. You're growing a bunch of weeds out there, you know? It's so damn negative, right? But right. But keep in mind though, guys, you know, we talk about planting the rose and how a beautiful flower the rose is and all this kind of stuff, and I could go on about that and really have a good go at it. But, you know, it is a matter of perspective. I mean, does the thorn have a rose or does the rose have thorns? You know what I mean? And different people see that different ways depending on what they're looking at, right?